Are we done?
Yeah.
Right. Yay! Oh wow, way to go for an introduction.
Hello.
Hi guys. We're back. Are you back?
Mm.
No, you're not back.
Drinking water.
Woohoo, rock and roll.
I hope the microphone's picking me up.
Well, you want to hope so. Call me.
I'll tilt myself this way.
She taught me to tilt this way.
I don't know that song.
Doesn't exist. What of it? Anyway, we're here, Metal Gear Solid 3.
Have you put the subtitles in?
I can.
You should probably, because I'm not going to be able to hear it, and it would be very helpful if I could actually hear what's going on.
Well, that's true, but you're missing out on a song at the moment. 1960 some such.
Oh, why'd you skip it?
Oh, because it's nothing.
I was so interested in looking at the moving pictures.
You said you asked what CQC was?
Is that CQC?
That's CQC. Oh.
Well done.
Yeah, well, you know. I probably should have done this earlier. Ooh. Jesus. Normal.
Captions.
On.
Yeah, well, they were already wrong.
Let's rock. No.
That applies. Why did they even put that on there? That applies to no one.
Well, that's a good point. People who replay.
People who what?
Replay. Because the game... A lot of the game physics and stuff like that has changed.
Right.
East and west. This marked
That's right, I can hear.
called the Cold War.
We have a minor history lesson at the beginning of this.
You should see the one he does in number 4. He reads an essay. Snake, I've missed you. But this isn't Snake, it's Snake's baby daddy. Big Boss. Who's not Big Boss yet.
Right, okay, so we're playing as the guy who gives birth to Snake.
No, because Snake, Liquid, and Solidus are all clones. You do not give birth to clones.
No, I meant his DNA was what gave rise to them, but right, okay, my apologies. He doesn't have a womb.
Not that you know of.
That would just be terrifying.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check.
I've always wondered, at what point do you stop owning the airspace above you?
Space? Can you own space?
But what is... I don't think so, or at least not above your country. But what is the height that it stops?
Google?
We could,
Does Google own airspace?
We could Google it.
Can you purchase airspace?
Where
would we buy airspace from?
I think you can, actually, yeah. Because this is going to be... Well, whatever people already think. I'm assuming people already think I am anyway, but in burlesque. Great way to start a story. In burlesque,
Jesus.
the way they get around the main issue of the whole movie is them buying the airspace above their little tavern thingo. So yes, you can purchase airspace if you didn't already previously own it.
Oh yeah, and he also smokes cigars, not cigarettes, because he's that much more badass. So we can have this close-up of a cigar.
Has he ever gotten cancer?
No?
No?
No.
He probably should.
Snake's one of those people who's like 90 and says, I've been smoking all my life.
He's like a shark. He can't get cancer. He's like a shark in many ways.
Oh, how's Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater written on the front?
Why do they always insist on having the main character wear a stupid flipping mask at the start of the game, but throughout the rest of the game...
Did he wear a mask at the...
Well, the two I've played.
Yeah.
The two I've seen. And I've seen you play the first one.
Yeah, the first one he has a mask.
Yeah,
on.
everyone has a flipping mask at the start, but it doesn't matter for the rest of the game.
That's true. Well, this one's more so he doesn't die, but, you know.
But isn't that the same reason he has it in the first one? Because he's swimming?
Yeah,
But then he swims anyway, right? And it doesn't make a difference.
that's true.
Fucking weird continuation.
Wouldn't be Metal Gear without a game, without a cutscene.
Haven't people commented that we shouldn't talk through these?
Yeah, but
Fuck them.
yeah, that would be so cool.
That's just not our style. We talk through cutscenes. They're cool like that. Not like that cool. but
Yeah, we can't be that cool. Or that cool.
Jack, I've got some important news. Head of the CIA.
Oh, also, Big Boss's name is Jack.
Virtuous mission. Virtual mission? No, the virtuous mission. Future of our
Virtual mission.
Snake, you're stupid. It's the 1960s. We haven't got virtual. We at least don't get virtual to the 90s.
Don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
So what exactly?
Okay, so this British gentleman is Major Zero, who's like the Colonel Campbell of the 60s.
I missed
And
that
isn't really
reference.
important.
Who the fuck is Colonel Campbell?
61, Purple Worm. The Colonel.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I like how I get it from Purple Worm.
Yeah. Also, this is the main point of the game. So, during the 1960s, a lot of people fled the East Berlin, which is the Soviet collected section. This is me going on history on your ass. They fled the Soviet area to go over to the United States area. So that was why they built the wall in the first place. And this guy has escaped, come over, then he got caught and got taken back. He's a rocket designer thingy.
Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established design bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear...
So,
Soviets.
yeah. So, basically what Major Zero is explaining to us here is clearly that we need to get Sokolov back because it turns out that he's actually making a weapon of mass destruction to rival the atomic bomb.
3 miles to the west, there's no...
And that's why Jack is being sent in to rescue him.
I think just personally, you should just leave that audio in and just cut everything we've said.
Why?
Maybe. See how I feel.
Or at least that whole website bit.
No, it depends. Do I want him to be mocked? That's a tricky one.
I don't think he'll be mocked for it. It's an okay website. I mean, he put a lot of effort into it, obviously.
I mean, it's so hard to look like such a douchebag.
Be nice. He's your friend.
Oh, so back to falling out of the sky.
Wow, dude, he's been falling.
He's been falling for a while.
Who's that Red Bull guy that fell from the sky? Yeah, he took less time to fall.
Okay, now something which has been included within Metal Gear Solid 3 is the ability to look through Snake's eyes while most, not all, but most cutscenes are playing.
Not
So you'll be able to see the right bumper when you see the right bumper thing? Yeah, so if I click that, I can look around.
Just leave it at that view. The other one's nasty.
It gets better.
I'm certain it does without the stupid flipping mask.
The clock is ticking.
They'll never see you coming.
Yeah, I've always wondered that. How people silently parachute into countries? Do they not have people looking up?
Into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20
Especially on airspace which they own.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, you own the
And
airspace.
during the Cold War.
You'd want to guard it.
Could you steal airspace?
If you steal the country, probably.
Hmm?
If you steal the country, you probably have stolen the
No,
airspace.
can you steal just the airspace?
Well, if you,
Is it like just airspace with massive amounts
well,
of US jets
let's
sitting
just think
above it?
hypothetically. What's the is it Vatican City that's its own country?
Yes.
Yeah. Just imagine you had like 5 helicopters circling Vatican City. They can no longer send their jets up there.
How many jets has Vatican City seriously got?
None. So how do they defend their airspace? Right. So you now have stolen Vatican City's airspace.
The country is like 2 blocks big.
I have now stolen a country's airspace. I win.
I win.
I win.
Oh, that's another thing which they introduced. They introduced stamina, which was not in the second game. Stamina, when you're low on stamina, your gun shakes, you're more susceptible to injury, you can be injured in this one. Oh shit, what else?
As opposed to the other one where you could get shot multiple times and your health bar would just go down.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually very realistic, and you'll see all of that. It's the most survival-centered game. Number 4 does have
Which
stuff...
is probably why you like this one the most.
Yeah, I do like it. And my backpack fell off. But in number 4, it's sort of lost that survival, so you don't need to like scavenge for food in number 4. So like rations here only increase your stamina, not your health.
So
I'll
that
get into
increases-
all of that.
Medicine increases your health, I'd assume.
No, medicine cures injury. You can also be bit by poisonous animals. I don't want to spoil anything else, but we'll get to it in time. And, like every Metal Gear game, we have to do the dramatic face reveal. One thing I did notice as well, in the cutscene he says that we cannot leave any US equipment around.
No.
Otherwise it'll cause... Otherwise it'll cause a global incident. So I'm just going to leave all my branded US equipment just sitting here.
His name's not Jack, it's David.
Jack's cooler. And of course, because there's no codec, because there's no nanomachines, he has a radio. But still does the position.
Assume the position.
Assume the position, Snake.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory.
This is the new codec.
It's not codec, it's radio.
No, sorry, it's the radio.
Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real
Then
name.
why not just give him the code name Snake? Why you gotta have the naked?
Because that's the way he likes it. You can also change like the profile stuff so I can have different headshots of Major Tom or Major Zeros. He changes his
No one
name.
cares. No one cares.
Fucking never mind.
Just leave it at whatever it is now.
I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a
Ground
Yeah,
control
that's
to
exactly
Major
what I
Tom.
was thinking.
leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality.
You must need no trace of your presence. However, the face mask with the US insignia, the equipment and the backpack are fine.
To be fair, he was told to not, leave crap about his presence, all that shit. He was told after he dropped it.
So what, he's just not obliged to pick it up?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
he's already walked 2 feet away, It's there now.
Snake's a very determined person, he never walks back.
Part of the environment.
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food.
Yes!
You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the back.
Fuck the Soviets, use the tranks on the food.
Quick, let's trank this snake.
See. Well, you better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
I don't understand why that was a big issue to him. My backpack is stuck up a tree. Well, go get it. I think.
I love that. My backpack's stuck up in the tree. But I can see it from here.
But still.
It is
it's
within
gone.
eyesight, but man, that distance.
We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship.
As we don't own it. However.
I'll give you a...
Thank
Why
you.
was call capitalized?
Call!
I'll give you a call if needed. Thank you for the Russian letters. I so understand them.
I think we have the wrong camera angle. Give me a minute.
What's the correct camera angle?
That's better. So the original Metal Gear Solid 3 camera was the one you just saw then, and it was shite. But this is the current angle, third person. So on our person we have a cookie, and a knife, and a tooth. The tooth which I took from my enemies.
How nice of the military to be like, here's your knife. You've been a good boy. I'll give you a cookie.
Apparently Snake really likes those cookies. So we'll just... Yep, I got this.
Get up that tree. Hello.
So you can climb up some trees, the ones with the vines, as the Major was just saying.
No. Really?
Ah, fuck.
Fucking shocker.
Give me a minute.
I thought this was America.
Ha No one will ever see me.
I see you've retreated.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America. Sorry, this is in the Soviet Union.
Necessary to take...
Yes, and such some stuff.
I really wanted to make more fun of what he said, dude.
Oh, that was the boss. We probably should have listened to that.
Dude, he said to equip your weapon, you should take
Yeah,
it
but I know
out-
how to do it. But we probably
But
should
you
have
should
listened to
take
that.
it out of your backpack. That's amazing advice. Nah, I thought I'd just whip my backpack at him, hope the knife just miraculously stabs them.
So, this is the stance of CQC. I'll be showing us CQC thoroughly.
Right, okay, so before my bad joke about throwing a backpack at the enemy, you were saying something about we missed something about the boss. What was it?
Oh, the boss is was that lady just talking then, who I accidentally skipped. I didn't mean to, but says our first snake. Hello, snake friend. I shall become one with the snake.
Get out of the dirt. Tell me about the boss lady.
Anyway, the boss is like Snake's trainer essentially,
Okay.
and she's very important to him, and that will become evident later.
Okay.
Now, that's our first snake. Fuck. Got it.
Nice. Anyway,
So they dematerialize into a box.
so is she just the boss for the first level, or?
No, it will be explained. And now you can eat food to return your stamina, and apparently he really liked that.
That was great.
This is the new camouflage one, so we can alter our camouflage as the
Woodland.
as the situation would demand. So at the moment we have no paint.
No, go black. Go black.
It's kind of there's a bit of a racial problem there, but woodland.
Dude,
and
it's Russian. No one gives a crap.
These are all the outfits which he just changes into very quickly.
I feel that there was a lot of... No, go back to the uniform. Go back to the uniform.
Sure.
I feel there was a lot of detail put into all those uniforms, and then you get to black, and someone literally just took a shirt and pants and dunked it in black paint. like all these other ones, everyone took a lot of time and effort to make those so that he could be camouflaged properly. Black paint just...
Black gets helpful
At night, I'd assume.
Yes, very helpful at night. I'm like the shadow. So let's get going. Haha! Probably should equip something other than my knife. We also have a directional microphone for the listening of things.
Fucking goody.
like we had the microphone in Metal Gear Solid 2. Butterflies. Yay! And here's the first level.
Is that a crocodile?
Oh! Yep, it's a crocodile.
No, it just fucked you up. Wait, no, that would be an alligator, right?
No, crocodile.
But Russia doesn't have crocodiles, does it?
Oh!
Stop playing with the fucking crocodigator. Yeah, no, that seems too small to me to be a croc. Are you sure you're even doing anything to it?
Yes!
Oh, well! Okay.
Crocodile! Okay.
You missed the box. You missed the box.
Whoop, did I? Whoops. Alright, I'll go back. Yep. I'm the new Solid Snake tumbling act. Grenade!
Russia. From Russia.
From Russia. With love. Metal Gear Solid, James Bond reference. So here's the backpack which the Major was referring to. So I now have grenades.
That you had to get from the tree. You still missed the box.
What box? Up in the tree.
Keep going. No, to the right, to the right. To the right.
Near that crocodile.
Left. Where the old flippin'... Never mind. Ignore it. Just go.
Also, if you sit in that mud, you'll sink. So, sneaky Russian mud.
How lazy must you be to die in the first 5 minutes of the game?
Shut up, I did it last time. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't feel like moving from this position. Oh.
Yeah, you pretty much slowly descend. That looks terrifying.
Wow, dude, he even got his ear and everything.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Can you name 2 rappers from Detroit?
Probably.
Go.
Your presence in Soviet territory is
I want to say Eminem and Obi Trice, but I'm not sure Obi Trice is from Detroit.
That's what I was thinking. I was watching that hardcore porn show before, and I'm like, there are really no rappers from Detroit aside from Eminem.
I'm certain there are like dozens, but
No one who's big.
I'm pretty sure D12 is all from Detroit.
That's the boss.
I'd assume that's what the D is for.
The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage.
I know Proof was because he was in Eminem's movie with him.
Survival viewers. The uniform option lets you pick your
She was just, boss, stop explaining things I've already explained.
I mean, when he was alive, that is.
Why is that always followed by whenever you mention a rapper? When he was alive. Okay, so now we're going to sneakily sneak. And I'm going to show you what CQC is like. But first, I have to become the snake. See that little box up in the right hand corner with 90%?
Yeah.
That's our camouflage rating. So apparently that's very well camouflaged.
Well, I wouldn't have seen you.
So, today... Just waiting for him to...
Walk past you.
Alright, Snake, let's go. Oh, shit! Don't call the radio, don't call the radio! Ow!
No, just stab me instead.
Gotcha, you bastard! So, sorry, this is CQC, you can use them as human shield.
Are you voice recording as well?
Yeah.
Or are you just assuming people will watch you?
No. There is voice with it. No,
Where?
we just assumed uploading the video was legal. No voiceover required. Here's the game. Watch it.
Where is the voiceover?
That one,
Oh, is it picking up me?
Yes.
probably.
No.
So,
it's gay!
say hi to the internet.
Hi, Internet.
There you go.
If you're a boy, he likes cock.
You know I do.
See, there you go. I'm officially on YouTube. I went online and told someone that they like cock.
There you go.
I missed out on CQC. Thank you, Ben.
Convenient tree stump is convenient. Looks kind of like a paintball.
Does that mean that they're going to hear a whole conversation before about Nolan?
Yes.
Yeah, unless Robert's bothered to cut it, but I doubt it.
Let's not tell Nolan.
But how would he find out anyway unless we told him? Nolan just goes around looking for Metal Gear Let's Plays on the internet,
I
does he?
wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, so this...
Let's Plays.
Oh no, I gave away one word. Go on.
I'm actually just going in circles while you two crap the fuck on. Okay, so this is CQC.
No, it's not. That's a hostage situation.
Now we can either interrogate him, and he'll tell us helpful hints, or insults.
Do that. Oh fuck.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Right, so you lied. He doesn't actually give you anything helpful.
Well, sometimes they're helpful. You can throw him down, so like this. But
Right,
if you do
it's
that...
now gone from a hostage situation to a rape.
And of course, which I've already done before, cut his eyes open.
You are a very sadistic man.
Well, that's already one friggin' alert. Thanks. Oh, no you don't.